Today I'm going to show you how to install Windows Server 2008 R2 on a HP server. What we've got is we've got a HP ProLiant ML110G6 server installed here with the 4 gigabytes of RAM. What happens is that the ProLiant machine comes with its own easy setup CD, and what we've done is we've actually downloaded Windows Server 2008 R2 volume licensing software. Basically what we've done is we've just got the machine here ready, and we're going to put in the easy CD in and start the installation. Okay, so here we are now. What we've got here is we've got the desktop ready with the monitor and the camera, so hopefully you should be able to see a blank screen at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the PC, and I'm just going to show you without the start disk and without the boot disk and without the Windows Server disk what actually happens on the machine. Okay, so basically the machine is switched on and it comes on. There you go, ProLiant. It gives you an option to do escape, to summon to boot, escape, boot, ROM-based BIOS, or PXE boot. PXE boot is if you're going to install something over the network. We're not going to install something over the network, as I explained. We've got 2 number CDs. Okay, I'm just going to quickly show you exactly what happens when you've got nothing else installed on the machine. Okay, you come to that, and it just gives you basic information about the server. Then it goes into trying to find the boot disk, and the usual normal stuff happens here. Okay, pretty much boring because it's boot failed, there's no boot disk, which is to be expected. Okay, we've got nothing here, and it just keeps going round and round in the loop. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to put in the HP ProLiant ML110G6 Easy Setup CD. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to put that in the CD-ROM and see what happens on the screen. I'm not going to show you how I put it in the CD-ROM. If you don't know how to do that as yet, then we are in dire trouble, I think, at the moment. Okay, so I put the CD in there, and I do Control-Alt-Delete to get it all started up again, and hopefully it should recognize something off the CD. And then we'll take it further to see how we're going to install Windows Server 2008. It's important at this stage to get some kind of structure ready and waiting, like what are you going to call the server, and what are you going to use it for, what is it going to be doing exactly, and all that kind of information. Okay, so it should automatically, hopefully, recognize the system, and then we're going to take it further. Okay, let's press any key to continue. We're not going to bother because I think it does it all. Okay, it asked us to install the input the Server 2008 CD, which I have done, and it said it's the valid copy, and it continues with the installation. Okay, finally it's been loaded, and what we've got is we've got to accept the terms and conditions of the thing. What I'm going to do in the meantime, hold on folks, okay, just bear with us for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to install the networking cable in there and see if it actually automatically installs. Okay, so hold on a minute please. Okay, so we're back on board again, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually accept the licensing agreement and take it further. Okay, here we go. It's installing Windows for us now. It's going to copy the Windows files, expanding Windows files. Yeah, okay. Installing updates and completing installation. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back later on after it's done its business and see if it actually installs the automatic updates. Okay. Okay, the machine has restarted again after all its installation, and we should be on our way now. Let's have a look. Let's see what happens. I hope the setup is starting services. Completing the installation. Another restart has been carried out. Okay, so we're back again now, and as you can see, setup is preparing your computer for first use, which is good news so far. In theory, you should leave yourself at least an hour to install Anti-Server 2008 at a client's site. Okay, here we go. Control-Alt-Delete to log in. So let's do that. Control-Alt-Delete, administrator. We all know the password. And here we go, preparing your desktop. It says Windows Server 2002 R2 Enterprise Edition. Here we are. It's doing all its bits and pieces. No user interface required here. Okay, it's going to do a restart again. And here we come up with the screen that is very important. Obviously the activate windows, we have to product activation, we set the time zone, network configuration, provide computer name and domain. So at the moment you can see it's called Anti-Server 2008, it's a domain called workgroup. Update this server and it will automatic updating and feedback, and download and install updates. There are some other options underneath. Customize the server, add roles, so we're going to give it a role as a file server, or what is it, add features, and all the other bits. We will come to that again in a minute. It says logging off and logging back on again. It's restarted again. We don't need the CD in there anymore now, so I'm going to take the CD out from there and let it boot by itself. Okay, Control-Alt-Delete. Password, we know the password. We'll stick it in there to a stage where we got